Hey, good morning, class. I'd like you to take this time to adjust your earbuds. Make sure you can clearly hear my voice at this volume. Whenever you are, we'll get started here. As you can see from these notes, there's going to be some things you're going to want to keep track of in your math notebook. So if any time during the video you need some more time in order to write down a number line or definition, just pause the video and do that. The beautiful thing about these videos is that you can listen to me as many times as you need to. All right, so let's get started. You see your first blank says counting up starting at 0 corresponds to some type of numbers, right? Well, if you're looking at a number line and you're counting up from 0, that's going to be all of your positive numbers. In the same way, counting down starting at 0, if we're going to the left of 0, that's going to correspond to all of our negative numbers. Next thing you see is a number line. If you do not have this number line in your math notebook yet, I recommend you pause this and write it in now. Okay, otherwise let's get going here. The first number we're going to put on our number line is a positive 7, starting off with something simple. Now remember, if you're going to be counting to a positive 7, where you're really going to start is 0. Okay, a positive 7 would be represented by 7 jumps, right? Counting by 7. Starting at 0 and moving to the right. This positive 7 corresponds to 7 units to the right of 0. Similarly, a negative 7, again, will start at 0, this time counting down, negative 1, negative 2, the whole way down to negative 7, can be represented as this, and either way represents 7 units to the left of 0. Next, we have 3 conceptual questions. So again, these would be good things to keep track of in your math notebook, give you some kind of a framework to look at when you're doing the homework tonight, reviewing for the test. Letter A, where do you begin when locating a number on the number line? Whether you're counting a positive or a negative number, you're still always going to start at 0. And letter B, something more challenging. What do you call the distance between a number and 0 on a number line? This is going to be a new vocabulary word for us. It is on your word wall. The distance between a number and 0 is called the absolute value. On the left side of the equal sign, you see a 7 with 2 very straight lines on either side. That is our symbol for absolute value. If you see these parallel lines, they look extra long for a reason. That tells you we want to know the absolute value of whatever is inside that symbol. Okay, so this one is the absolute value of 7. How far is 7 from 0? Well, of course, a positive 7 will be 7 units from 0. Interestingly enough, if we apply this to a negative value, again, asking ourselves what the distance is from 0, well, negative 7 on a number line is still going to be 7 units from 0. If we're talking about an absolute value, the direction is not important. The only thing that matters is how far it is from 0. So a positive 7 and a negative 7 have the same absolute value, which brings us to letter C. As I just described, both 7 and negative 7 would have an absolute value of 7. They are both the same distance from 0. Because of that, we could say they are opposites. All right, both the same distance from 0, but on opposite sides of the number line. Again, if you need to pause this video to finish taking any notes, do that now before you move on.